A very good day to all my listeners all across the globe. Welcome back to my podcast, George Nathaniel, and this is George Nathaniel for each one of you. As all my listeners are aware, 2024 has been set as a landmark year for each one of us. So, all across 2024, we are going to look at progress in the form of achieving newer goals, progress in the form of achieving bigger goals, progress in the form of scaling newer heights, progress in the form of raising new benchmarks, and everything to do with progress. So, like I promised, all my podcast for 2024 is going to relate to progress. And I'm sure with little insights that I share, it'll help individuals, it'll help my listeners to progress faster in life. Well, what is the topic of my podcast today? Today, we are going to talk about charisma, the power of life. Well, charisma is no mystery. It is the wellness and warmth you develop as an aura. We call it magic that you pass on to others with your presence. So, if each one of us could work on it, I'm sure the world will be much happier. We would have greater success in everything that we do. Charisma is that excellent character that validates who you are, what you do, how you do, and shares that great influence of your role in your life and across lives. Charisma is the biggest social bee. It is bigger and better than any celebrity because charisma spreads magic. Charisma spreads positivity. So we as individuals need to work on ourselves. We need to work on making our importance felt. We need to work on contributing more. And that is the power of life. Life's biggest asset is to keep working on being a good human being. So, the better the human we are, the more progress and the more successful we get in life. The power to make things beautiful, the power to feel good, the power to share good vibes, the power to have an excellent or amazing life, the power to make a difference in everything that we do starts with the charisma that we hold, that we build. That is the power of life. The power to pause, the power to reinvent, the power to change any situations on a better note. Just imagine getting into a room and spreading your positive vibes, getting into a room and changing a situation, getting into moments and making it bigger, better, greater. I'm sure each one of us would want to have that charisma. Each one of us would want to have that power of life. But this is something that is ongoing. This is something that we need to work on with our daily activities, with daily efforts, with our daily involvements, with our daily mindset. And that's something that comes into our character. So, charisma, the power of life, is something that's very important for each one of us as individuals. It takes a good result to a great one. So, just imagine each one of us are winners. And if we can be winners all along and help people win, nothing can be bigger or greater than that. So, when we look at charisma spreading better moments, or charisma bettering moments, or charisma improving or enhancing the credibility of moments, well, in simple words, I would say a good mindset can make you do whatever you want to. Keep the picture in mind and you can achieve it. So, charisma, the power of life, is all about a good mindset with positive attributes to life. So, in simple ways, being positive and sharing positive vibes. Just today I was reading something that actually related to the topic, and just something that I'd read a couple of times or many a times, but I still read it once again because it related to something or the other in life. They say ships don't sink because of water around them. Ships sink because of water that gets into them. So when you look at this in life, I would say don't let whatever happenings around you get inside you and weigh you down. Charisma, the power of life, is something that helps you to hold your character well, to stay positive, to stay upfront, to stay strong, and most importantly, make a difference in everything that you do in life. So, when we talk about key takeaways in all my podcast, and when we talk about positivity or sharing experiences, or when we talk about things that matter in our lives, I would say when you talk about charisma in the form of key takeaways, I would say charisma is something. It's a character that boosts the best version of you. It's a character that helps you to build trust. It helps you to build relationship. It helps you to grow your influence. It helps you to share positive vibes across moments. It helps you to build better lives with your improvements, with your contribution, with your achievements. Most importantly, charisma, the power of life. So, as an individual, if you can build your influence in life, you're actually building a personality to remember. So, it's very, very important for us to build an individual personality for ourselves. And for that, there are very few aspects that we need to focus on. I would say it's very important to give importance to things in life. And when I say give importance to things in life, it's the way you see things, the way you hear things, and the way you remember things. Try and see things in a good, progressive way. Try and hear things in a better form, in a way that is helpful. Try and remember things that will give you a good remembrance, a good picture in your mind. We need to be ethical and, of course, be real. Think of ways, think of words before we speak them, think of our actions before we do them. We need to be approachable in our attitude, which means we need to have that warmth, we need to have that welcoming nature, we need to have an easy nature that people can come up and look at us and say, yes, you are the sunshine, you make my sunshine today, or you have helped me to overcome something. Don't indulge in unnecessary things, it's just a waste of time. So, if you have a positive mindset, if you have a lively mindset, and if you have a learning mindset that is further helping somebody grow in life, I'm sure these things will not matter to you. Be the real you. At the end of it, that's what makes up your personality. That's what makes up your image. That's what makes you magnetic, that we call charisma, the power of life. So, as you boost the best version of you, build your trust and relationship, grow your influence, be that social bee that everybody wants to be around. I'm sure all this will just come with a lot of hard work, a lot of practice, and a lot of things that you need to do to add the meaning in life. So, listeners, as you know, I keep my podcast very simple, I keep them very precise, and I keep them pretty cool. So, when you sit down to make a list of your goals in life, be it a personal life, your professional life, or your involvement or your contribution across lives, this should give you some kind of highlights, some kind of eye openers, some kind of things that you can relate to and make your work even easier. Like I'm saying, 2024 is a fantastic year for each one of us. It's a year filled with opportunities, and I'm sure by now people have actually set foot on bigger goals. I know people have already started achieving bigger goals in life. So when listeners come back to me and tell me, I've listening to your podcast, I've actually done much better, I've achieved much better. I've set my own goals. I've set bigger goals for myself. It's so good to hear all this. So for all my listeners listening, keep sharing my podcast if you like them. Come back with topics that you want me to talk about. I'll be more than happy to research and talk about it. Come back on what could be interesting shares. Come back and tell me how it makes a difference. And like I'm sharing my experiences, I'm sharing life goals, I'm sharing all the good vibes, the good positive moments with each one of you. If you could do that in your own life, personally, professionally, or in your contribution in our life, we would just build over our own charisma. We would build over that magnetic you. So, to all my well wishers, to all my listeners, to each one of you all across the globe, keep progressing in life, keep achieving newer goals, and by the end of 2024, we are going to make sure that we achieve the highest level of all goals, all benchmarks, all achievements in life. I wish each one of you all life success. Keep spreading happiness, keep spreading wellness. This is George Nathaniel, and as each one of you know, I have my own blog website which is called georgenathaniel.net. My podcast is available across all platforms. You can come and listen to my podcast, share my podcast, put in a request for any particular topic that you would like me to talk about or share about, and I'll be happy to do it. So, here's wishing each one of you greater joy, greater success in everything that you do. Keep smiling, keep shining, keep spreading happiness and wellness all across. Thank you so much, and this is George Nathaniel.